On the biggest lesson series today, I have with me
My name is Oba Adebola.
Adebola. What is your biggest lesson in life so far?
Thank you. Well, the recording lesson for me has been, let me use the phrase, God can be trusted. So that's the recording lesson for me. And looking back, the fact that it's recording makes it the biggest lesson for me.
That God can be trusted.
That's the phrase.
God can be trusted. How did you learn this lesson?
Okay, so over time, looking at, okay, so let me say I have what I would call a token of infallible proofs. And so that drives me to the point of consistently just keeps recurring. God can be trusted.
God can be trusted. A token of infallible proofs.
Yes.
You want to tell us one? Because it's interesting how I've had a few people say things about God on this series, and one of the questions I ask is, are we not dumping on God? Like, when God expects that we humans are going to be doing things, and then we're hoping or trusting God to do things that God has empowered us to do.
Yes.
So where is the point to trust God for things, and then where is the point to go do what God has empowered us to do?
Alright, so
if I don't read my book, so I don't apply for jobs, and then I say God can be trusted, and I want to absorb your lesson. God can be trusted, no doubt. It doesn't change God, but God's not going to go apply for jobs for me.
Exactly. Okay, so let me be more personal here. So sometimes last 2 years, I've been trying to put in for my master's, and of course I wanted to go outside the country. I want to travel outside the country, and so I decided to, of course, save up and everything. I was just paying all the bills I had to pay, all the steps I had to go through, and at a point I became frustrated.
Wow.
So, and I had to go back, like, I'm frustrated.
Dear God, I'm tired.
Frustrated.
Yeah.
Everything is not hard enough. I don't get it. So, and that was where he came to me, and it was like, why not try this? Why not try this option? And that option is not even on my list.
Wow.
It's not on my list.
And it has worked out for you
Perfectly.
And I agree with you now. With your example, that's the place where I think it comes to the place where at many points in our life, we get to the point where we tell ourselves, I can't do this by myself. I can't do this on my own. And then capital God says, okay, now that you are tired, now that you are done using all your own wisdom, it's time to hand over it to me, and then I can be trusted. So I agree with you. We trust God. It's just that our mind, our calculations, we want to be able to fix it as well until we get to the dead end and we get a medical report that says this is the end, or a financial situation, and then that's when many times we now turn to God and say, God, as you can see, I tried, but it's a great lesson. It's just tough for many people. They having to compare your realities with the promises of God. You're broke. God says, I can be trusted to finance your life, and I no get money no dey my account. Or somebody has gotten a medical report that says they're gonna die, and then God says, trust me. So it's really hard. It's not as if people don't want to trust God. It's just that when they compare their current circumstances and realities with God's promises, is really sometimes very tough.
Yes, you can say that, but what I'm driving at is at the end of it all. That's the lesson that comes out.
That God can trust them.
Yes.
We'll trust God, and then I'll tell people to hold you to it, so that
yes, you can. You can actually, because that's just one of the infallible proofs I have.
Thank you very much for your lesson. Have a beautiful day.
And you.